so much, Yangday, for coming to Let's Get Real. I'm pretty sure you're going to be one of those who's going to really let's get real.
I will try.
So
I have my tissue papers ready.
yes, go ahead. I'm right next to you, like I said. My eyes will be full of tears too, hearing your story. So, if I could please ask you to introduce yourself, lah.
Hi everyone. Hello everyone to the TikTokers of Bhutan. I'm so excited to be on TikTok Live. This is my first time I'm breaking my virginity with Opema ke TikTok. My name is Yangday and I'm not Pema Zangmo Sharpa. I'm using her account. She's my friend, a very good friend. She's a talented singer and she also has a lot of followers on TikTok. So I'm just borrowing her account. I am a writer. I also tried a little bit of acting and currently I'm just focusing on my book. So that's who I am. I don't know what else to say. Quite nervous, huh, Ajim?
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
this
you're
is my
from
first TikTok.
whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Yangday. My dad is from Yangday and my mother is from Pemagatal, so I'm like a cocktail in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm engaged. So sorry,
Oh, yeah,
single boys watching this
congratulations.
TikTok. I'm taken.
Hooked, booked, and cooked.
Oh yeah, booked and cooked. Yeah. So sadly, I see very cute boys on TikTok though doing the dances and everything, and I'm like, oh, sadly, I'm taken now. I can't do anything about it.
I know, no, there
Yeah.
there are some really good-looking guys and girls out there, no?
Yes, yes, there's some really good-looking people out there, and now we can't do anything to that.
Now you just admire them from a distance, I guess.
Yes, that's all we can do.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for
Oh,
your
they got a site
introduction.
no.
Sorry?
Oh, they got a site no. Are you home?
Yeah, I'm at home. Yeah, I'm at home. I chased away all my kids and my husband and everyone, no, to do this with
I
you.
also think
Thank you, Yangday, for your introduction. How was your childhood like? Like your siblings, your
my
parents? How was it growing
childhood.
up as
This is so funny because I was just talking about it the other day with my friends. Ngachi ki childhood naludi. I grew up in the time period where there was only one TV in a neighborhood. Like building China, there would be one TV, no? So all the kids used to go to that one house. The chimgi chika and chapal jajom and a chapal line where you know that house has TV seat because all the chimgi chika would be chapals. And I grew up in a time period where ngachi birthday time na datu it's all gift hampers jingobe all this goodie bags jingobe mo ngachi ki time na we used to bring lacto king. Lacto king was like the most delicious chocolate. Then we got a school to ready and she close friend home and like the ones who are really close to you we used to give 2 chocolates the khonglu but all the ones used to get one. Yeah, so that's the time period I grew up in and so many fond memories. Now that I look back I was like we got time to play outside. My mother used to forget about us until the evening. The only evening she will call us in the house. So whole day you'll be playing in the sand, you'll be in the dust, you'll be throwing stones at each other. So very jungly childhood I had. Now thinking about it, but my nephew, he's with his phone and he's going to Kikina Juni every weekend. No, the Kikina Juni. So they have a very childhood than I did. So yeah, but my childhood was very good. We grew up with like pala mithai and like going to one house to
Pala
watch
mithai? Oh
TV and
God, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so we ate that. You see, Pala Mithai was the most delicious candy. Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah,
Hema
I
di
know,
ngachi
I
tatsu
know.
mi katte wani te Allah ngachi ansu zabe bomum me. Dele hema ki most famous biscuit is Mari biscuit and Parle G. No, ya Allah ngadi Parle G gamchi zazo. It used to be cheap at the same time so sweet and delicious. We used to eat it with milk te Allah. Anem zabe bomum me
Yeah.
la ngachi so.
Same, you made it very like ngachi ke ngiki childhood anavera inte.
Yeah, no.
White Rabbit. You remember White Rabbit?
White rabbit chocolate
White
pingush
Rabbit, the
ani.
chocolate. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Oh, I
that one
remember.
only like the rich kids used to have, no?
Yes. I was about to
Rich
say
kids
that.
used to have, and we used to be stuck
Yeah.
on like Lacto King and the Turuchi chewing gum. Ni na sumenaj thopena that
Emagram,
red color that chewing gum.
emagram.
Yeah,
Boomer
yeah,
chewing gum
yeah.
na
Oh God, yeah.
Boomer
Yeah,
ki
yeah,
chewing
yeah,
gum na
yeah. Oh
ansu
God, yeah.
sticker and jatu bate. Oh, see.
Yeah.
Something they were the childhood days. Yeah, that was
So,
my childhood. Oh, and kachi at that time, and some patients again tavolo, temte, padusu jugjo. But one thing which I was very, very keen to was I always used to read a lot of books. That's how my English improved as well. Because I told was book club me, I used to read all the Cinderella, Snow White. Then at Bom Bom Joyra, I used to read Harry Potter series, Nora Roberts, Nicholas Sparks ki and notebook lo understand
Oh,
how
yeah,
teenage
yeah,
girls. My mind is filled with like all these romance key novels. So I
yeah,
used
yeah,
to read a
yeah.
lot of
Obviously,
romance books.
yeah, yeah. So
But reality is
that is
different.
the
No, men are not like that. No, men are not like what we find them in books. Yeah.
yeah. Some men, I think, not all of them. Some men,
Yeah, not all,
yeah,
no, some, yeah.
some, yeah. Okay, so that is like the highlight, the positive side of your childhood. Memo, do you have like any memories of of you as a child which might have kind of, affected you, like, growing
Yes.
up, which made you insecure, which made you like, a little doubtful of the world around you?
Yes.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
any of them?
Um, like anyway, they say, oh, I don't share the story with many people, but I feel like it's important to share your story because people learn from it and you realize that you're not the only one. When I was in class 12, I think Chukugale 12 since I had a wonderful childhood. I don't remember any traumatizing thing happening to me at all. I read books, but as 12 na Joda, class 12 na Hibba, I went into deep depression and I used to ask this question, no, why am I here? And all my friends used to talk about going to college, and I was in commerce stream, no, so everyone would be like, "Getu Juni, accountant Benny." I felt like all my friends had figured it out, and it was just me who was just kind of like left behind somewhere. So I went into deep depression, and I used to read all this dosisi books, philosophy books. So help more. Why am I here? What is my purpose? A bit depression, na rasi. And at one point, I was admitted in the psychiatric ward and doctor at that time it was Dr. Nirola. So he was saying that you overthink pyo me the psychiatric what nalu sachi observation na shage, let's see how you are say. And the best part was it was good because my family kind of found out that I was going through a lot, say, and then we were at the psychiatric ward. I would eat medicines to sleep because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So they would give me sleeping pills that I could sleep. And I was, comparatively speaking, with other patients who are in the psych ward, I was the, like, quote unquote, the normal one because my only trouble was like I was having all these big questions and couldn't sleep. They had like severe cases. And then what happened with this when I joined the psych ward was there was this huge rumor going around my school that I was starting talking to walls because at that time mental health industry like that taboo that me I'm most people think like just because you're in the psych ward that you might be crazy or talking to walls chilomra astu type gi. So I lost all my friends. And I remember no one came to see me, no one any. I remember only there were like only three of my friends who are like really, even Datu Sensin, we are like really close friends. Kungsum dinga very close friends. Kungsum ngalu chewi. It's like quite na. Kungi joke zongs ngalu. Kachimo the chilo juju dream na kachibi na days. So I
Yeah.
used to tell them like, oh, I can't sleep anyway. So interestingly they were the only one who understood that yeah, like I'm going through and I couldn't sleep. So they were the only one who came to see me. And my mother was so scared. My mother was like, what is my daughter going through? Like, what is happening to her? Say, luckily, the doctor was like, yeah, she just needs to sleep, like think less. Maybe like exams are stressing her out. She's questioning life. Happens, ngachi life na some existential crisis once the Jora Jones, doctor explained very well. Then after 10 days, I was released from the hospital. But the doctor said, che, mo, 12 ki amchira sagana attention bade bachin. Why don't you repeat next year? No, just take a gap. It's not the end of the world, silape. Then yeah, school na job, okay, then this year drop pini, the next year jam chi peshta ni silape. Then I stayed home. And when I stayed home, the side effects of that sleeping pill used to make me fat because I thought those some and side effects so I gained like my like you won't believe this. I was like 88 kgs or 90 kgs or something. I used to be so fat. And then analo henki insecurity chi that now like people are laughing at you, chijare mibjui, all this stuff. No, then it was a very, very, very dark time in my that whole class 12 phase. And I don't blame anyone also, but at the same time, it's as a young person, no, you have so many the chicharagi. There's a question so many. Plus, and some sleeping pills, churu nyamasun digi like no some tani ma churu nyamasu. I used to eat sleeping pills and sleeping pills ki side effects. Na to sound I used to eat like rice cooker ganchi to magira sa sukte, and my
Yeah.
mom would be so shocked.
Hmm.
My mom used to say, "More kachi biru bechu dato woman, let her just be in this phase silape." And I gained, yalla, I gained like it. I was 88, 90 kg. I was so fat, don't and I still have those any stretch marks. Ngachi kam na lubi na fat joji mle thin joji. Dato yete. And I used to feel so insecure about my body. And when I used to walk in town, ngachi na chika thene me. But once in a while, chika them daru. Even if people used to laugh like, "Kono na kona gachi guchi baby gabi dire," I used to feel like people are laughing at me. Yeah. Women are ya kung ngai ko lolop them and a hoodie bomb bomb gen cape and with soup, you try to like be invisible and hide yourself. So that was a very, very difficult time in my life. And how I got out of it is I kept reading books because that helped me a lot. I kept writing my diary because I write a lot of diary in my diary to diary. Then I class 12 looked to join B. And when I joined class 12 again the next year with my
Yeah.
juniors, the senior Jew with Mushtandave, I told myself that I'm not gonna pressure myself, that it's just an exam. Kamchi peshta suchitani, kamchi result hupre kimi silape, the 12 joined baby. And I started to like not take life too seriously. I'd also shaved my hair, Tajma. I was chinde, yeah, not
Yeah, yeah,
pura
I saw
tokta,
on your Instagram page.
yeah,
But
I
you
was
know,
going through
you
Britney
pulled it
Spears.
off so well. You looked so smart, say. Most women can't pull off a bald head, no, but you did say you were looking very
Yeah.
nice.
What's the
You were
thing?
looking
That time the Allah's movies usually, but then slowly at the end of the day, enemies, I'm so pressure to Ginny Meme. You take life too seriously, and life takes you seriously, Mewate. So you just have to say like, yeah, it's all okay, Kimi, it doesn't matter, Salabe. So dele and a peshe, rantik tichita, till after class 12, Rogara college junior plans. Or I was like, no, I don't want to go to college. Mo, oh, 13 years schooling the day, or pesta mijo break take Benis, I took break. I started traveling. I started working at radios. I started volunteering. That's when my life truly began, when I like started to explore and didn't take life too seriously. But it was a very difficult time, very, very difficult time.
would you be able to point out at that one experience which made you kind of go through that?
Yes, yes. It was the moment when I read this book. It's called, and I want people not to read. Some self-help books. Some help because it makes you question your life. No, I read this book called Conversation with God, and this book was basically about chi life, ki purpose gachimo. Like everybody has a purpose. So many big words used binoa, and
Yeah.
datu ki dalne I think these kind of self-help books ani when you're in your 30s and 40s, to be what because you're questioning life more, the assistance self-help chibo motivate jumaba. But when you're really young, tell me, I was just like 16. I was just 16, 17, and I was reading these big books about what are you going to do with your life.
I
And I used to be
know.
so
Yeah,
scared.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
self-help books to say, yeah, what am I doing with Rogara? The road that you compare bejo mamate. She have the US na the H18 lera mo, chim na le 10 be. Paris she can meet them in the H18 lera, they're outside the house, they're working, they're working. What am I doing at 16, 17? Zanu mo jo mewa. So books
Yeah.
to say help go and self-help books are not for everyone. I truly believe that only when you're like self-help books to say lalu ki did compare bichume wate tashruan zum bede everyone's saying, oh, Elon Musk at this age did this, Jeff Bezos at this age did this. Say diliti rahin to kiyo thamawate yalla ro amchi age namchi besu ngachi gache be misu bese. So and if I'm an overthinker. So if you're an overthinker henke no jo compare mappal de jo me. So now
Yeah.
I'm slowly learning not to compare my life with others. Yeah,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
that way,
yeah. I think that is
Ajmi,
so important.
even that way, everyone's leaving for Australia. Like, God, Australia, Joe, I'm like, oh my God, God, Australia, should I go? Like, what is my life? Keep purpose. Like, again, it goes back to. So I have
Yeah,
to tell
yeah, yeah.
myself, no, Rangi life ki paate, mo, you have to do what you want to do and not because everyone else is doing it. It's like, you have to explain to yourself, yeah. Sounds me do.
So after you like you went to the hospital for your thing and you were
Yeah.
admitted there for 10 days, no? Uh like if you compare yourself to those days and now, no, what difference do you see in yourself?
That's a very good question. The biggest and the hugest difference is not to take life too serious and overthinking the ngara sopi ngara bati ro ngara righty honey mind the change because that comparing your mind because class 12 in the depression is one of the biggest reasons was I felt like all my classmates had figured out what they wanted to do with life, and it was only me who didn't know. And I was not good at anything. I was not good at dancing, nor was I good at singing guitar. Then to Mishimo, Bukcham slap jam change. I didn't feel like I had a talent compared to my friends. So ani ngachara ki ni rulu compare bini. It's shago. Like always comparing yourself with others. That's something that hemanga chunku bidebta I used to do so much, but now I'm like really better at not doing it. I think I rulu compare bini na me ro gari nyuru nyo kachibiru be ngara life path ngara no ngara benis la. Even like with dresses, no, just because somebody is wearing that dress, it looks good on them doesn't mean that you will also pull it off. So remember, let them be happy, let them have to live their lives. Even relationships na 바로 다시 모기 보여주는 깜짝 레줌도 ngai an means ani compare bini memes oh ani compare gira gutrasi chume. So I've learned not to compare now. But oh, you
Yeah.
guys are such cute couples. Ngadi guy chini ki relationship, like he's
No,
also really
no,
funny,
no.
no? I think if a
This is
man
this
can
is this is
make a
the
woman
this
laugh,
is
it's the
social
best
media.
quality.
This is social media. Actually, see, we are just another normal couple. We have our ups and downs. We fight. We go like, 1 day, 2 days without talking and all that. But in people's eyes, wow, so nice. It's not like that. We are absolutely normally see. The way
Alright.
we fight over every small thing, like not talking, ego clash. But I mean, we are
Alright.
working towards it. We both know our
Yes,
flaws, so we kind of put in the
yes,
effort to work
yes,
towards our
yes,
relationship.
yes.
But it's,
For only post, like there was one period where I lit on social media, but I deleted day because every time I used to open Instagram, people were vacationing, people were here, people were there. You feel like your life is the most horrible and other people's lives are better. So try to come the social media layer break take because so that's what
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. I
Instagram
do
no
that once in
shoot
a while.
shoot
I
it.
always take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very important. The thing
yeah.
I
I
phone
do.
now, phone
I do
shooting
that.
and all the beaches in Australia. See, everyone who's in Australia, they all upload this beach pictures, and I'm like, oh, ngai jogo noises. I have to like
Yeah,
not. So sometimes I don't
yeah,
even watch people from Australia like stories this because they only
yeah,
post like good things, no?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Animo, Yande, like you played as Toki in Gangnam Girls, no? How was your experience? How was it? You were very good, huh? I really enjoyed the movie. Actually, Chami was telling me to watch it, and I watched the
Yeah,
movie in Samu, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. How I could connect, no, with each one of you all.
yeah.
See the four girls and all.
Easy.
How was it?
And I'll tell you, Ajim, you know how Charmy is, right? Because you have worked. She had more convincing power. Gamchi strong in Ajim ge she but mush. Ngadi, I like literally in my whole life, I would have never ngadi any filmmaking ro, any movie na acting. Even though I'm some kaya pete 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 pete, I'm so tikwe, but movie na the bimis this. I never thought I'll be in movies. And Charmy, and then at that time I was depressed. Yala, gajla mga chimna ni chikaya mathemba depressed na zidip dalu. Ngai abdi gilap tisi. The chimna ra zima de as chika shabe jo he took me to drunken yeti place na kibais koi. Mesa drunken
Gray
yeti na ana
area?
kibai wa koi.
What is gray area or drunken 80?
It was drunken yeti. So I was
Oh,
at
okay.
home. I was in depression. I had a couple of same she social media got off job be. And they said the coil up the chimnada zima de atsura chikaten love be. He took me to drunken yeti say. Then I keep and chance to lodge love the little charming and with chikaten like toilet and mom say, oh yeah, listen. Yeah, chitona mata wa me see where are you lo? Nga chimnada zide nga chikaten mo and chimo. Then she goes, oh, you know what? I have a movie role for you. Be my kitty lo say. Then I was like, Tatudi mo nga mental health leju me. I'm not in a good space. I don't want to mo movie ki acting de paja nga di na chim chika hetingo mine nga maybe as nga pise. Pay you know what she said, which was like she said,
It's
I'll
so
pay
good.
you, babe, I'll give you good money. And I was like, oh okay. I
Oh,
didn't for the
wow!
money.
It just took you that.
Yeah, she's like, I give you good money, And I was like, wait, rent up the tick to me. Shooting the 10 days not at home. I'm to take her maybe she 10, 12 days. Then I'm supposed to be manala. She's like, very convincing, no? Acting in Bimungo role, cheeky role, right? The chida to get a bit jolly, handsome role, right? Up in us, she like really convinced me. So I was like, okay, slap then at the whole rehearsals when Augie the Gamchi, the two of us, we did so many rehearsals, no? So then the rehearsal started, and rehearsal nale like when you act, it's like the cheek personality gazume anzume. You shouldn't pretend to be someone, no? It's who you are. So anzume rehearsal this way, babe. It was a very good experience. And now that I've like went through that whole movie, Gadabiz Omega, and got experience, telling alam ni good. I will never criticize an actor or a movie like this because rangi mazo says a Michelle the pain, no? That one
Exactly.
chunku scene, that 1 minute ki scene where you're crying or when something's happening, that takes like 1-2 hours to shoot. Yeah, I'm just scene thomni then I'm just time to be more. Dealing I love this. Yeah, tang la custom future na I'll never criticize a
Stop
movie.
nga.
The ngachi biro yeah. Sige, the Bhutanese cinema alam mo assume kada belong the Bhutanese Bhutanese ki movie kam chen do another dubbing I so kara kai mis rangi theka hepta. When it comes to you to be in front of a camera and act, kasum joma ba
Yeah.
yalla. You know the two of us
Yeah,
acted in
yeah,
a
yeah.
theater. Te gatte batao joma yalla.
Oh my God, that theater experience. But anyway, for the 574 people watching, no, Yangday and me, we two of us did a theater
Yes,
act
yes, yes, yes.
for raising this awareness on
Survival
cancer.
sector.
Ngadi like on a TikTok na atire video jizo animchira imba temo, but there's nobody watching.
Yeah.
But ana charming ngalo animchi convinced be gave me 2 days. Was it 2 days? 2 days, no? 2 days or
2
3 days?
days, 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
two
2 days
days.
in 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 days to practice. Like, oh my God, nga didi. Oh, remember, I
Really,
forgot the
really.
lines. Oh God, nga
I
paya
know.
stage for 350
No,
people. I blacked out. I forgot the lines, but then
but
I
you
kind
were
of
so
caught up.
good. Yeah, you're so good.
Oh
You were
God.
line jere, we were improvising, looking at each other and we were improvising today. But
Oh God,
Anis,
that
oh
was
no, ngachi ki teka mohit is when you're on the stage, when everyone's looking, when the lights are on you, yalla, that's a dome and it's a different feeling, no, Ajahn?
yeah.
But
I
it was
think,
good,
but
yeah. I
there is
think
a
people were
difference
crying.
between
Ngachi ki drama,
theater
people were crying, yes.
theater and movie nalu difference didi dume. I feel like, I mean, I've spoken to some of the movie actors as well, and they were saying that theater is so difficult. No,
Mm.
theater is so
Live
difficult, like
performance.
live audience nalu anabidinu and dialogue diche majiballab go along with that act, and you have to touch people's hearts and all. Oh my God, that I think Ngadi, I was totally shaken. Yeah, by after that day, I was like, oh my God, man,
Yeah,
really.
respect for actors increased.
Respect for acting has increased, whether it be theater or movies. I think muru na some hard
Yes.
work go with me. Yalla ma. But then
Yes,
luckily
yes,
ours
yes.
went very well. Ours went very well. Like, people
Yes.
a lot, I think almost all the audience came personally to us and congratulated us more. Some even
Yes.
cried. It was quite an
Remember,
experience. I was
Ashim, there
very
was a
humble.
police kid show. There was a police kid show, not solid, and it was solid.
Yeah.
Much someone was I actually drama in It was like police kid
Yeah.
show, got very emotional there.
Remember that there was this girl who was fighting blood cancer or something. Remember?
Yes, yes.
She
Leukemia,
came and
Kathmandu tooth
yeah, she
oh.
came and she was full of tears, and she was like, she
Yeah.
could really connect. Said, "I wrote them some ani base." But then was just
Really,
I don't even wanna
really.
I don't even want to think of that day. See, I still get scared. But yeah, it was good.
No,
It
but
was
yet,
really good. Yeah,
also,
I
one
forgot.
about when you acting experience thopjimli jamchi realize being that acting is not an easy job. Mu tangaji ki bojin criticize beni jamawate. I mean, I spoke to Ajim Tandri Bidasi last time. Munde chekala Ajim Tandri Bidasi chede tu ba wero you hotel na janu to shimto to jinu. Lalu di budget me ba forest nalu no 10 na niego. Lanzum ki situation e homeless, films or the budget, the producer, the script, the team women and the lalu script if it's ikagi, then you have to sleep in tents, you have to quality memo sans gara you have to and experience with it but it's for the love of acting that they keep doing what they're doing no
After your Gangnam Girls, no? If
yeah
But now, are you like what, like up for movies and all that? Are you interested in acting and all? If you got a
no
of
I'm not good in front of a camera so I until and unless it's Charmy who I have worked with so many times she has a level of my comfort zone but mo Charmy gidi plus mo hero rehearsals nam sa me bechung but to the acting thing cup of tea me I would rather be an audience watch and criticize than be in on the picture. So I love watching films, but acting, and I love writing scripts. Like if movie scripts, this way Samu ki daladi. I've written 2 scripts for Samu.
yeah.
One was the Yalama Ozeki, which is on Samu, my brother directed, and it's about mental health. Yeah, girl gi mental health and buski. So an interesting perspective way. And budget is small, na jundigi movie. It's anywhere, but the script that I wrote, like it really came from the heart. So if for the 490 people watching, if you can go to Samu, watch Yalama Auze. the script came from my heart. So script writing is not interested. But yeah, I think it takes some courage to do that. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
Must say.
So right now, you're staying with your fiance. You're living with your fiance, ina or gadabina, or are you with your
Yes,
family?
Noche. So we yes. So ane beong kogi chimnalu we stay for 3 days. Ngai chimna we stay for 3 days. So back and forth with na today. So
Oh,
he stays at
yeah.
my place. I stay at his place. So with you. Ngachira one place with me. First of all, rent and everything is so expensive in Thimphu. Plus, we want to be close to our family. We like the ngai chimna the Wi-Fi. Kogi chimna his mom makes the really good food. His mom makes really good. So to the
He
paza
no
the
Wi-Fi here.
Wi-Fi the ngai chim the free
No
Wi-Fi but
Wi-Fi
the
here.
Wi-Fi so paza su jam de
I've
oh
met your
legit
fiance.
yes
Yeah, he's very sweet way and so supportive of you. No, they how he's like he always shows up
he's
for you,
very
Mimina.
oh one thing ngachini ki gachi leju me astu che up he shows up for you remember he was like I'm not coming to watch your drama and then he quickly comes in the theater you know as the pasta and when the drama finishes he quietly leaves no air but that the
No,
very kach hai having a
for
good
me personally,
partner
I
who
didn't want.
supports you is like
Yeah. For me personally, I didn't want any of my friends or family to come and watch the theater because if I know that they are there and if I happen to kind of meet their eyes, no, I will just black out then. Then I will not be able to perform. But then he told me,
yeah
I told him not to come. But he silently came,
yeah
took pictures and all that and left. No, luckily he didn't tell me he was there. See, otherwise then I would have like from the beginning only I would have run away. Yeah.
No, but he's so sweet, bro. It's so important to have supportive partners who, so Kogiti, he's really, first of all, my fiance, he's really funny. Attara anzum jokes, and and he's not a reader, so he doesn't read, he doesn't really care about the world ki news. He's just co-painter bindi, he's painting and he's in his own life. Then ngadidi, I'm thinking about the world. I'm like reading a lot of books, watching all these crime shows, and like I'm like overthink pay better, and he's in his own world. Yeah, so ko ane dawe balance jong me someone who
Yeah,
doesn't think
balanced.
and someone
Yeah, they
who
balanced. Yeah, balanced meme. Oh, do you do like any sort of like like any benyo or self introspection? This benyo like do you go
um
inwards?
yeah. I think for me most important thing is my writing. Class
Yeah.
6 level, ever since I was 11 years old, I have written in my diary. My diary, the collection I got me dance because someday my kids can also read it. So di and ngani hema ki diary disu the latal habdalu English pura broken be but anzum do miss like I'm very angry at Appa for not giving me chocolate. Anzum tag so hema when I was
Yeah.
11 years old ki. And then so for me writing is definitely like a meditation to me and reading books. So I every time I have a lot going on, I'm just writing. Either it's a scene or it's in my diary and I'm expressing myself. And like screenplay this do the way when I write screenplay for movies. And if the ketta is sad and if the kitty is sad, I have to be sad. So I listen to music. Then I'm sad mood na jiwa jo when sad scene dija. When I'm happy, then a happy scene dija. So writing definitely helps me a lot and reading as well. I've read a lot of books and I love reading. And another thing which is really weird about me is I love watching crime shows. All the serial killer documentaries is home and serial killer documentaries like chances on I had to jog out at crime patrol. Oh my god. That's why like literally on Netflix, have you watched the Tinder Swindler? Jigsipali,
Yeah,
Tinder
yeah, yeah.
Swindler. So this
Yeah,
guy,
I've watched.
like messaging women saying like, "Oh, I'm a rich guy. I want to take you on a date. All this time it was so
Yeah.
funny.
I've
Much
watched it. Right now, you know what I'm watching? Right now I'm watching Lupin. You've seen? It's a French
oh
series.
yeah,
Watch it.
yeah, the
Oh
French
God,
series.
it's so good. So good. It's about this gentleman burglar. Imewa. So good. Jangan dia ni
Ooh,
pai dah
that's
habdosi.
nice.
Eta dosi, habdosi.
Lalu then, no.
Mo,
Okay.
Kachilo, okay. So now, what I would like to ask you is, Mo, since you are not movie making is not your cup of tea, and you are a script writer and all that. Remember, you have issued your mental health issues, and you've experienced mental health issues, and you've kind of overcome it. Do you think you've overcome it now?
Not really. And the mental health issue ki biggest stigma the kachime labdalu. People think like, oh, it will go away, or main cheez ab it will go. It never goes away. It's like your shadow. It's always there, but you just have to remind yourself that it's not your reality. It's not the truth. Se. So just like even anxiety at me ngalu. That's why I don't get out of my house. Of course, she could me just think like, oh, Yangday is so talkative. She's so confident. More me the gara laungs anzum mapanga ngara me the labra dab kumo. There was anzum crowd ta anzum na jodelu. Ngana some anxiety attack top there. Ajim, did I tell you about this? I was at Delhi. Na Taj Mahal tawa jo is Agra na. Agra na Taj Mahal tawa jo dalu. There was this huge line, no, because all these Indian people also there to look at Taj Mahal. There were so many people, and ngadi line na zuchi. Yepchikara ni group na thya se. Group na thya jo and suddenly all these people started coming towards. They were not coming towards me. They were coming towards the entrance because I was standing right at the entrance. I got anxiety attack, man. Ngama razi. Indian me to sing all chuko yalla katte baby remember an
Oh,
anxiety attack for bime.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
literally me I'm gara things dalu ngari ma tojere jundu. So for me I really get scared of the public, and that's why I try not to put myself in situations where I get like anxiety attacks. But that way thopni hai Shivani di. But I always tell myself that okay, like it's not my reality. Ngara no me duste gara be, but at the same time you have to like tell yourself that it doesn't go away, and you have to calm yourself down. I know some tricks like you have to tap your fingers like this or tap your nose, tap your brain, breathe in and out, remind yourself that everything's going to be okay. Or else that way yeah, I have that. And my partner, and you know what's most interesting than living with mental health issues is a partner who understands that, because Kogidi, he's like so understanding, so patient that he doesn't like when I don't want to do something, like if I say "Anale jogomon, afle he's like kachipe jogomon tup, so like any partner mental health ki person ki gachi go well any partner lejum go se, because partner ke tamanam sa toxic beji me henki tension increase when you remember someone who
yeah.
calms you down. Yeah, so he's very funny, he calms me down. And sometimes when I'm home and like ngasim sapsup I tell him, I say ngasim sapsup me for no reason, and he goes, okay, what do you want to do you want to watch crime shows and calm down?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
really helps really important me someone who can like calm you down. Even chicharai calm down when it hapko bete. Demen
yeah,
lahadu.
yeah. For me, the way I calm down, for me, it's being all alone by myself. I just have to
Mm.
take a 10-minute break by myself, like, and then I calm down. I just calm down, and then I'm like, okay, I'm okay.
And you also
Otherwise,
touch
nah.
the grass. You were the one who taught me to do that, the touching the grass. Remember, you were touching the grass with bare feet, and you were
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
ground
grounding. Yeah,
yourself on the earth. Yeah, you
yeah,
remember we did that
yeah,
before
yeah.
the place started.
Before the show, yeah, yeah, and ground. I ground like I think I ground myself at least like 2 or 3 times a day because that's how bad my anxiety gets. So I ground, and I try to keep away from people, and yeah,
Mm.
and then I get back to normal. Then I'm okay.
Yes,
Anchi
yes, you just
important.
need that little bit of break. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Touch
yeah.
so true.
Be anti
Yeah.
and important. But I'm so glad, Yanti. You always have that such a vibrant, positive energy. Basically, like I
Yeah.
said, no, like I told you, like even during the theater, I told you, no, you remind me of me because I was like
Yeah,
you.
the younger
I
version.
was I used to be so full of life and laughing, and I like
You still
till like
are. You still are. You
till that
still are so
mental
full of
health
life.
issue kind of shook me, and then I became that taking life even more seriously and all that. But now I'm better also. Now I'm better. I'm going back to my old self. But yeah, I love your energy. You have such a positive, vibrant, that anybody would love to spend time with you. See,
Mm. And
I am.
Ajim, I'll tell you what. Like I try. First of all, thank you for the compliments. I love it. But see, then remember, because I've been through so much like mental health some issue on the I try not to judge them. Say because
Yeah,
that me to see so if I see someone angry in town, I try not to judge them. That's why it's easy to talk to me, is because if you talk to me about anything, I'll not judge you at all, because I've been through so much that I understand that. Me to see the gara na sige life path kung gara na sige no. I have friends who can't like any kleptomania la be ogishi any kleptomania
yeah,
lap
yeah,
ki
yeah.
chala
I
thube
know,
bak
I know.
jongona just
Yeah,
au kuni di men international men but just and to be bakchu ngagi charo understand yobate but I understand them because it's just something that they have to work with. They're going through therapy but kung and to be bakchu ni. I have friends like that. I have friends who openly talk about their mental health issues and kungi and harm baby gi or like to zamasuba like body image ki. So now I have reached that stage where I'm welcoming and accepting of everyone and try not to judge them. That thing I compliment say bitch huge compliment oh chinyam tanu miss love it misi because you never know that chunku sentence will sometimes I what if they're suffering with body image issues no. So I don't say this thing. I'm just like wait just don't really comment. That even with boys so if like little my nephew if he's playing with a Barbie I never say boys don't play with Barbie. I'm just like letting everyone be themselves and I request them let me be myself.
And I think
I'm in
no,
the
I
Zen
think
mode
this is
now.
so important. I really like that. That's so important. I feel ngaji, especially ngaji gi, in our Bhutanese society, like thom ji say what kachibi wa ne so nyam sho no demina comments like that, or yeah ma kanchi nyam tanu like so insensitive. No, I
Yeah,
don't like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so like
Yes, yeah.
like it's like I have some people in like people I know and they get really affected there by that they're trying
Exactly.
to lose weight, they're doing everything, and then somebody comes and says yalla ma kamchi nyam tanu, and then it just affects their their self image. Now already they are suffering issues do, and then you add on to it. So I feel like I feel aniti attitude change up the rutube. You keep your opinions to yourself. It's not needed. I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
compliment someone, by all means go ahead and compliment,
Yes, yes,
but
yeah.
don't like don't be like yalla ma chiri gamchi shana
Don't
tangta gamchi chiri ga, all this not necessary. I feel.
yes, yes. The chili intention is people who say it also don't say it because they want to hurt you, no? They ngachike lap jong way gachimo dari kap chinyam tan way am some sen gagode. Ngachike we don't say it because we want to hurt you. But then
Yeah,
you don't realize what that other person is going through. Even now, I have
that's
stopped
what.
joking with friends like, "Oh, anime dilu girlfriend or me," and so because you never know what that person is going through more. So that it
Yeah.
is na no some low lap no some jada ton taba lap simi dera temme no but ngaki khai jada chambi sa lap jao mo. But at the same time, when I'm like with friends and stuff, ngaki lap jo miss I also have to tell myself like, "Oh no," like so. But close friends, we
Friends
joke
with
around.
Suchika, I think it's
Close
okay.
friends.
Friends with Suchika. Friends with
Yeah,
Suchika, I
but
feel
with
it's
like
okay.
when you meet somebody, just kind of make sure that you don't make insensitive comments like that. No, I do
Like
when people tell
especially
that
like
to me, like,
some
"Kasamo dali kap chichi weak thome," and all that hurts me.
like to women like "Oye, chenyen mi jabo," "Jubanyen japsa,"
Yeah,
and all, not necessary. Wait,
that's what.
Alumekebo, is it necessary? It's not necessary,
Yes,
Who knows what that person is going through, So I feel like,
yes,
aluke roke nyen chap ro chap, just don't say anything so no man. I mean, even if you are just like jokingly and as fun belab the bureau, but the other person, like, poor thing, what they must be going through, no? So I
that's
feel
what's
it's
very
totally
true.
unnecessary. Zumbinome, ngaragi hontole be watching again, like, so people might kind of have different opinions on that. So Moyande,
Yes,
if
now
there
I
was
share.
one so if there was one question that you would like me to ask you, what would that
Mm.
be?
Ooh, the question would be, when is my wedding?
Yeah, when is your wedding?
It's not gonna happen.
Why? You don't believe in weddings and all? I mean, parties and all that.
I literally of course we got engaged in stuff more and and it's nice that the society I'm swimming in party Bombay long but I don't know. I feel like if there was money then it would be so nice to do like a nice grand thing, when I see celebrities getting married like recently and Kiara the sit
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, oh,
so
so
nice with
beautiful.
flowers and all, no? Then
Yeah.
we want to get married like that, but at the same time, Ngadi, I find it too scary. Though I believe in like evil eye. I feel like if you do a grand party, ani kasno anlage, barche kasno no.
Haram.
What is the evil eye? Kala jadoo.
Haram. Mikha. Kala jadoo.
Nazar lag jayegi. Nazar lag jayegi. Oh, and some no say. That's why I try. I was thinking, sing a wangle lap sing a update lap say. In some new much big gage, masha babe. Only when you get pregnant, like much Bhutanese style na gage, masha babe. Paper china chap jayege labi see. So I feel like that evil eye is real, na. When you show off too much online, really scary. So that's why I don't post him much. Actually, Khaza they post me because yesterday it was his birthday, so I was like. happy birthday, baby, which you post me, but I try not to post too much because I really believe in that Kala Jadu, like you guys, I'm chini the Thailand, chini the married the Alwe Dumo, and I get scared.
Yeah. It's always better to be cautious, no? Because you never know who's watching.
Yes, and did you hear that rumor? Nga chema chunku be date ni chunku be chadu date with the dishpula ka juni myong breakup jong gaji kuchilam ni emena tukungi aero.
Yeah, I'm watching a moko.
Ngati have a school that ngati date malo what school that I just didn't date, but my friends is a date with alam ni dishpula ka couple be myong chimila ka emena lam tu be kiligil haga na couple be juni myong with habi ani betong. If you're married and with kids, they really chemi. So I'm ni over this. We used to believe those things, yeah.
Oh yeah. I never heard of all that. Like the moko. So you're saying you are not going to be having like a wedding like an party where they it's just better. I think whatever works for you, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, but
Us also,
today,
me and my husband also never had a wedding party as such, you know. We never had a yeah, we didn't. We didn't because it was in 2012 when we were, actually we everything was planned out and all that. We were going to have one ngai kira kogi kogara nyosai. But then just around that time, I think around August of 2012 or September of 2012, Nalu, remember Ong Di Potong Zong caught fire? So yeah. So as a respect for that, we decided not to have a wedding party. Like we didn't think.
Ah,
We chose not to. Yeah.
wow.
We chose not to go for the
Amazing.
party, and then the little money that we had kind of saved for the wedding, we kind of donated it to for the rebuilding of Omni Zong. Yeah, but it wasn't much.
Amazing. Oh
No,
my
it wasn't
God.
much. I don't think it was a lot. It was like whatever little we had. So it's okay. No need to clap.
No, but
So
it's
yeah, that
amazing
was
that you were thinking that level. It's
yeah.
good. Well, we
My
have
husband.
inspiration. One day I will be inspired by you now.
Yeah, so it was actually my husband, and it was his idea to kind of tell me that should we really have a wedding? Don't you think it's being a little disrespectful for our thing? I said, yeah. I mean, I was never into all this like parties and all that. For me, I also kind of feel a little like seshe, But then I was okay, and then we did that. We didn't have, and I think maybe that's why our thing is okay. Our relationship is okay.
Yeah,
Touch for
relationship.
now, yeah.
It started with a good cause that you donated
Yeah.
money for a good cause and good
Yeah.
intentions, no?
Yeah.
Gamchi has the onion job years.
So 2012 not there. 2012 no. It was
I
now
think
Kamchimo.
11 years.
11 years, yeah. And my oldest son
Maybe.
will be turning 11 day after tomorrow.
Today, then take 15 years, 20 years, 25 years to the grand be celebrate as a jigs pe. As a
Thank
couple,
you.
no, you have to find a hobby to do together, miss. Because like my up, he has his own work and he's interested. I have my own work that he's not interested in. But the two of us, we love like watching films and review binigi. So we find something common and we watch that and we do that, honey. And both of us, we hate going for hikes. So only when our chili friends ki hike na jogi up dere cham chikhona chika tag along baby jobe. But both of us are very lazy. We'd rather stay at home than go for hikes and go for running.
Yeah.
So to find a common interest, find Begobe.
Yeah. So Moyande, okay, this will be my second last question. My last question being, any words of advice. But the second last question is, Mo, you just came up with a book, right? Your 108 stories. Yeah. And I was reading the book. I haven't completed the book. I just read the first few pages, and you know what? This looks like a book that I will not be able to put down. Like Yangday here has she's published a book. She published a book called Mo Manarumo, and it's about 108 different women, 108 different stories. And already the first 2 or 3 stories, Nara, I could feel so connected. So you know what, this Let's Get Real that I'm doing here, no, the live chat that I'm talking with people, trying to get out their story, but we are doing it live, no? She has come out in a form of a book. So I think please support her book, la. It's she is a very she's it's so inspirational, it's so good, and I'm so impressed. And I think everybody, if you would like to support, please contact Yangday here, and more books. It's really good. Huh? It's really. I'm not just saying it because I'm talking to you, but I am already reading it. I haven't completed it. Remember, I was telling you I want to finish the book and then talk to you. But I'm going to be
Yes,
so
yes.
busy over the next few days, so I'll not really have the time to
Best part
dedicate
about this book
to the
is
book.
each page is a story, but even if you can't finish the whole book, you can just turn to one page and then the one page is the story there. So, for example, this one is one story. So, even if you can't finish all the book at once, you can just do one person's story one time, and everyone they have their own journey, they have their own stories. Kind of interesting. Some are talking about trans gay women, how it felt to grow up in that. Some are talking about HIV positivity, some are talking about education, some are talking about body image. And we also have Chilip women who have contributed to Bhutan, who
Yeah,
have
I
lived in
saw.
Bhutan. So there is this lady called Jane. She has been living in Bhutan for so many years. There is this lady called Amgro. She was the first teacher. She was the first teacher at the first blind school of Bhutan 50 years ago. So she talks about how she came in Hemakongom the Lugari, that Indian Givan Nazibe home ki story. So even if you just read one, and our main intention with the book was to give a platform and to have a collection of stories where we can show that yes, we have inspiring women, and second, also for them to define what women empowerment and feminism meant for them. And we tried our best. There are few actually spelling mistakes is to do, but we are trying to correct it. And next
Yeah.
time, now the Opema, I have to put you in the book also, yeah, in the second
What?
edition, if there is ever.
Oh
Or you
God.
write your own book there. Oh.
Okay. Okay. I don't think my
Book
story is
didn't
that
jamne.
interesting. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
jamne.
But
No, you think that no.
yeah.
Ngachiki know about it, that oh, my story is interesting me, but you never know who you inspire with your story message. So ngachiki collection of stories hai hare bima tera. We have all
Yeah.
the story, no, lalu giti ni chap, lalu ke simple life, lalu giti dancer, lalu giti chane baby. But you never know that somebody's going to pick it up and read this book and find it interesting there. So
Yeah.
the only thing
Exactly.
is start the first line and that's it. You just start the first line and it will come. And
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. Yeah, imbe. So yeah, guys, everybody watching this live, if you can support, if you would like to read, and if you are, interested to know stories of 108 women around Bhutan, you can contact Andy here, and more. I personally loved it. I read about what, like 6 or 7 stories. I haven't finished, but I'm loving
oh,
it, and it's so
nice.
nice.
Which
See,
story did you
it's
get the chance
easy
to read?
read. La?
Did you get a chance to read Ajin Sokki's Momo story? Ajin Sokki's Momo cartoon
I
story. Ajin Dan Bidagi story.
Mahe dato afi na mahe nga afi na mahe, but I'll get there nga dato. I am in the girl anonymous kichi dumena how she worked as a maid in somebody's house. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
that also I kind of felt a little like sad, but it's nice, like how people are opening up and all that. You know what, let's do one thing. I will put on the comments. Okay, I'll put on the comments, and then you can interact with your, if people want to ask questions. But can I please ask you to, if you would like to share your last words on mental health and how you feel it's important to open up and talk, and if you can make our viewers feel that they are not alone, Zumji. Chini china, yusunka di chaba chinla.
Like, that could be the title of your book, Suka de Chamachin, say, and then it will be all your Su. um, Ngai kita ni la ngai khatuli di mental health ki theka hebdaluti. There is always going to be who's going to have better cars than you. There's always going to be who's going to have better house than you. There's always going to be somebody who has a better life than you. And constantly comparing yourself with others is not the answer. At the end of the day, you have to look at what you have, what is your strength, what is your talent, and even if it's not much. I always talk to Abdullah Bisi that ika jobe gardening start big like chimchunku chap denigi pacham give na Bisi, because even if it's a small house, if it's our own garden, it's still okay. We don't have to compare, no. So even advice jinigi stationary me, but if I could give advice to someone is don't compare your life with others. It might look like they're having the best time, but somebody is always having a better time than you, and you always have to come back to yourself and say, "Ngarege life kamche amchira tu bese." Because compare baby shows in your life becomes a living hell, whether you're comparing wealth, whether you're comparing money, whether you're comparing love, whether you're comparing clothes. So don't compare.
Yeah.
छोटा छोटा give self love to yourself. अपने आप में खुश रहो, अपने आप को love दो.
Yes. Thank
That
you.
would be my
Thank
advice
you.
if I can.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Yanje. And just like 2 days ago, I came across this quote, see, and I was like so intrigued by it, and it said something like, we are not in the same storm. No, we are not in the same boat. We are in the same storm. Some
Mm.
are in the ship, some in canoes, some are in boats, and some are
Yes.
drowning. So try to be
Yes. Yes.
as kind as you can whenever possible. So,
Yes.
I really like that thing, and I think I'm going to keep talking about it till I'm done with it. So, thank you so much. Thank you, Yangday. I'm going to put on the comments. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And whenever I talk to you, time just passes by. You have such, like I said, a wonderful energy in you. And I hope you always remain the same. That happy, gullible, like spreading smiles and jokes wherever you go. Always remain the same, my dear. Thank you.
I thank you so much, and you too, Yala, you with your TikTok videos, keep making it, keep making it. Huh? As some of your videos have like millions of views, Yala ma. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were the TikTok queen. Huh? Ngayon na
No,
TikTok
no,
na
no,
explore
no,
boda
no,
jang
no. I'm
shibe
not.
me.
Yeah, I'm not. But so many people better than me. No, no, no. I now these days I hardly even post. Like I just post, I think once a week. And so me post baby, but no, yeah. And this is just something that I enjoy doing it. I'm not even doing it for, whatever, validation, blah, blah, blah. No, I enjoy doing it. So I just make it and I post it. La. So anyway, thank you so much for your compliment.
This account.
Do you want to say where your books are kept? Like where is it? Which
Uh,
location, shop
So
location?
I mean, Bala, you can place the order with me and contact me on Instagram on Yandila or also on 108, and then the books will be at craft galleries. You can either pick them up, and for people living outside, especially in Australia, ngaki nali Australia atra jo jo sta timi duba so andi kinalo atra atra tuppe market andola Australia gidi. And if you're living outside, so na be watching the Bhutan post na liketando, but they will have to bear the price for the postal charges. La tatudi.
Why don't you keep your books in bookstores there actually, Yande? It is
Bookstore
thing
see,
there.
I kept it at Junction Bookstore, Mega Bookstore, Nale. Achira Bishado. Is your
Yeah.
fiance divine? No, no, he's a Wang. He's an artist at Vast. Say, we'll
Yeah, you
sing
you
for
just you
Yande
just
Lame.
hear him sing. This guy is, I think, out of the world. So please sing for Yandila. Where is our dear Nospan Kotsa?
Ooh la la, somebody
Who's
joined
the
in.
sample?
구즈장 마이담당 라치랑 마이담 양도네.
What is this? Let him sing Yande Lo. Yeah, yeah, tup tup. Please sing,
마이담
please sing.
가랑디 나도랑 잠지 롱도 미메담 자이 다치 니랑 타임 레벤나 잠지랑 니도 어디 강보
Why you
홀라이디 스타
keep
틱톡
doing that?
나랑 아니 샤더 잡디랑 니 미담 아니 빈디기 나랑 끼모가랑 숲디 아니
Yadai.
아니 민타입 아니 모당 아니 로포나 진 아니 베어 람칼레바 아진 낭비기 디세날로 나랑 이잡다 퉁구지 보이게 와 있는 게 나가 트랙 필리고지
Yes, yes, please go on la.
Dari dia ani ngarang gi damnin mutala ngarang di mimi tau ji dang chi khai bala ani bindi ngarang gi trek na li chi thenjing gi mela
Hmm.
ya ani yang don thenjing gi sinui di boda ngarang gi damnin muta di dari ngarang gi so ji thenjing gi mela
Lasso
Lasso, la
la,
lasso.
lasso.
oh hajur ani nuksnan lopon san of daigon cherang na jundi wachin hai se achi sungnang mela lopon ngarang cherang lo rang gugdi achi sungnang me ya we jab de shunan ga shoda YouTube 쇼 없고 자고 이 아주 잡고 야 매담 가지랑 띠리기 수렵에 종가랑 잡달래 고조기 몰라 그 당구랑
Tup tup.
Lasso la.
라마 아주
My
죽당미
mistake on Joachim. Let's go. No coffee date. Look at all the girls hitting on him, now.
I know, he's so famous. Oh my god.
Yeah, now just
no
hear him
no
sing, okay? You'll know why he is so famous when he sings.
Let's
is the
go.
telling line
Let's
no
sing, sing,
papa eating
sing.
sugar yes papa
I'm
아주
sending
죽당미입니다
emphasis now. Sing,
Oh
sing.
yeah. Gut bin nói cả chị nữa. Alo. Ani ki gari bituk dongang masih milang arang tai ci bege melau. Acha. Çötarton da bunilo sendi Tada pulera mi chave Çeton bigawani sento Daru toni yeru vemo Di atara jua me bahamo Deniye rugawemo Sem lugar tu chui du tedi Dentro cucilami Jua me bade nieruga. Alo.
Yalla.
Ani kan gerang mi tu to. Mi kan background jam tu dong mi tu. Thango.
No. You are such a big liar. Oh my God. You.
No,
Kung ati the
telling
prank
lang
yun,
mi
Missy.
papa.
You are such a liar because you are talking to us in this voice, but your voice comes to jigs too. You're a liar. Oh my God.
Ani masung thango bara maju tigang po.
You should have done it. And so that we can give it. Oh my God. Your name should be Pinocchio because you're a liar. Oh my God.
Mangin.
You should have this camera off jab jabe. No, doctor labe. Turns out he looks like a Prince Charming. This guy. Yuspa Kotsa, there's something. Your voice is so good. Sing another song for us.
Walang ikirang mi tu na may tinong may dam.
Please sing a song for me, love, please.
Okay,
And
mi
you air kisses.
Talvaro pesar var diye अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है तब जाके कहीं हमने सिर पे एक केसरी रंग सजाया है मेरी अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द से महफूज रहे तेरे हम सदा चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे हम मेरे ज़मीन महबूब मेरे हसन में तेरा इश्क बाए भी गाना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस मुंह से निकाल के खून का है तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा घुल भर के मैं क्यों जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरी खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू Ya, amchirang sido. Madam tangko. Tangko, garang gift garang lula. Lama.